We got Randon in the building. Do
Male
male
VTubers.
VTubers get less viewers? Do male VTubers get less viewers? Uh, not if you're Vox Akuma, I guess. I don't know. Let's check this out.
Male VTubers. Disgusting! Nah, I'm just kidding. A little while back, 3 years or so, I made a video talking about whether I thought that the male VTuber debuff existed. Now, I've gained a lot of experiences of male VTubers since then, so it felt right to do a follow-up video on whether or not I've changed my mind. In that first video, I said that I thought that there was no male VTuber debuff at the beginner and mid levels of streaming, and possibly only a debuff at the very highest levels. I had that opinion because I noticed that there were many examples of femme VTubers that I thought were outstanding that underperformed. And although I didn't really state it out loud at the time, other examples of male VTubers that I thought had a following way bigger than what their entertainment value merited.
Ooh.
Basically, I saw underrated female VTubers and overrated male VTubers, and to me that meant that there was probably no male VTuber debuff.
Well, that is definitely not the way to try and come to that type of consensus, my guy.
2021 me is dead now. What do I think in 2024? I think that there is a debuff, but it's mostly a passive one, not some kind of evil conspiracy out to screw us over.
A passive debuff?
That you have the ability to view perfect information about the current VTuber audience. Completely accurate stats about every single person in the world right now that watches VTuber content at least once a week. I'd be willing to bet a hundo that the total audience tend to skew heavily towards male, maybe about 70% even. That audience was introduced to VTubing through various femme VTubers. Keys in an eye, etc., etc. This leads to the first thing that I've learned over the last 3 years. Content consumers are very, very picky. A person hops on YouTube.
Absolutely, content consumers are very picky. There's so much content in general. It's not even so much on this platform of YouTube. There's content on various different apps, and people are slaves to their cell phones. So yeah, they're going to be very picky about the time how much they consume, even though sometimes they be picking the shit that does not benefit them besides a he or a ha.
To watch your videos and your streams on topic A. It is almost impossible to get them to watch your video that you made about topic B. They only want A from you. Even if they like topic B, they've already got a guy for topic B. You're their topic A YouTuber, and you're going to stay that way. The current VTuber audience as a whole heavily favors watching femme VTubers. That's why they got into the niche, and it's borderline impossible to get them to switch. But it's not because they hate dudes or something. This is just a general quirk about viewers, content consumers. There's probably even a sizable chunk of VTuber fans that enjoy watching male streamers, but they prefer facecam streamers and not VTubers for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. People shouldn't be judged about having preferences. Let people like what they like in peace.
Absolutely.
So where does that leave us poor homeless VTubers in 2024? Real talk. If you come into VTubing with the intention of building a viewer base of people who already know and like VTubers, you're gonna have a bad time. I mean, think about it. That means your target audience is someone who already has a favorite VTuber. It's going to take so much time and energy to convert them over to your camp. Even if you manage to do it, it won't feel good. At least it wouldn't feel good to me.
I mean, to try and convert somebody into liking your content versus another one, I mean, that's just a really tough ask in general. And you know, the only way to even make that happen would be like to copy somebody else's style. And even if you copy somebody else's style, you still have to do it better than the originator, or the originator has to deviate from that style. And then that's the way you can capitalize on it.
The better mindset is to find someone out there who either has no idea what a VTuber is, or even someone who knows, but
brand new people to the media. Yeah, that's another way, but that one's also hard.
Dislikes VTubers, and make that person into your fan because you're just that entertaining. That way, that fan will be way more loyal than someone who's already out there in the VTuber space just shopping around, right? It makes sense. Here's another piece of advice. Think of something that you're obsessed about, preferably one that doesn't already have a VTuber associated with it, and make funny, entertaining videos and streams about that topic. It could be a very replayable video game with a small but dedicated audience, some kind of hobby like woodworking, or a subgenre of hentai that people are super into for some reason, like moth girls or orcs. I don't know. The number one mistake that I've seen new VTubers make is copying the people in the big leagues. They did not get to their size by doing the thing that they're doing right now. Think of your favorite VTuber and do a little digging, I bet you they did something very, very specific, like getting to Grandmaster in Overwatch or ASMR or something else like that to get to where they are now. You look at them doing variety streaming right now, but variety streaming is a trap for growing streamers. Hell, even Jerma started out making Team Fortress 2 videos. Ludwig was a Smash Brothers Andy, you know, stuff like that, and so on. I believe that you are an interesting person and that other people out there will find you interesting as well. Just play to your strengths and think about what you genuinely enjoy and obsess about, and I guarantee you that there are at least a couple million people out there that would love to hear you yap about it. Oh, one last.
Well, this sounds like just like good advice in general for anybody doing content creation, but I don't really see the necessary correlation for male VTubers. Like, just like that advice just in general is good. Like, if you want to grow legitimately, like just grow a actual fan base, like people that like you for you, they're not really gonna like you for you. They're gonna like you for the content that you do. And through you giving them the content that they enjoy, they might eventually start liking more of who you are as an individual. And then those people would be the ones to follow you if you decide to do something different. But that being said, that takes a lot of time. But it takes a lot of time to do anything if you want to be successful with it.
Last thing. I said that the male VTuber debuff was mostly a passive one. Mostly. I'm going to be honest with you. There is a tiny but intense group of people out there that seem to really hate male VTubers. They probably hate on male VTubers more than they actually watch their favorite, which is kind of crazy to me. When I got into this space, I didn't even know that they existed.
Even makes sense.
I was just a fan, you know, from the OGs of the pre-streaming era to the big corpos of today. Running into them gave me quite a shock because I don't really hang out in the community spaces of my hobbies. I just kind of enjoy it in a vacuum. Anyway, if you're a male VTuber and things are going pretty well, you will probably run into these people eventually. I do not think that these people represent VTuber fans. I would advise that you ignore them and you keep doing your best to entertain your true fans, the ones that find you interesting. I do not think that these haters represent a real male VTuber debuff. They're just a potential stumbling block if you give them too much attention and create unnecessary drama for your community to worry about. So make your space a fun and exciting place and kick out the bad eggs. Don't even feel bad about it. See it as protecting your community. All right, yeah. That's my retrospective on male VTubers. Peace. Male VTubers.
Yeah, cool video. Definitely a really cool video. Do male VTubers get less viewers? That was a very, very interesting conversation. The conversation around like male VTubers in general, yeah, if you want to talk about the numbers, 100%, there are more people watching female VTubers than male VTubers. And you can still make an audience from male VTubing. And honestly, like the advice that Randon gave about growing your channel, this is just good advice in general. But yeah, I mean, is it a debuff to be a male VTuber? A debuff. A debuff. I wouldn't say it's a debuff, but I will say that it probably would be more effective if you wanted to just get a viewership or get people to watch you at first in general. If you were to use a female model and be a male. So like the porcelain maid scenario, like people will be like, oh, a chick. And then they hear porcelain maid's voice and they're like, wow, what the hell? And they leave. Or other people be like, yeah, I'll stay. Right. But more people are going to originally click because of the female figure, the female physique, right? Which it works. I seen it play out. I saw shout out to Froggy on Blue Sky. They use the same strategy and it works. So if it works, it works. And that's all I got to say on it. But yeah, do male VTubers get less viewers? Sure. I think that's just because there's less people looking to watch or listen to a male in the VTube sphere. But I don't think it's like they hate male VTubers. They just don't watch them. But yeah, I mean, just look at the stats of HoloLive and HoloStars. But even that one's kind of skewed due to the fact that there's way more HoloLive than HoloStars. But HoloStars, they have their group, and those groups of people are dedicated. I did like the Crimson Ruse video. People came from his area to check it out. And they were like, yeah, check out more of Crimson. So they definitely exist to like be a strong fan base. I think they exist. It's just trying to carve your niche within that niche. But I think anybody could do it. It just takes a lot of time and consistency. And that's how you make success. Anyways, it's your boy KhunShawn. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.